Hey guys, just been on a long walk. I'm loving my long walks at the moment. I always do when I'm back in the UK. And yeah, I'm gonna go work in a cafe soon, just like romanticize the little things. But anyways, what I wanted to actually talk about in this one was, I think I got this from the book that I'm currently reading, which is The Mountain Is You. And it's a lot about self-sabotage and just like not even recognizing the like sabotage and patterns that you have, but actually going deeper and figuring out why you have them, because a lot of the time it's not what you think. But specifically, I'm going to talk about like people self-sabotaging themselves and blocking themselves from growth. And I think, to be honest, the majority of the population does this, and people wonder why they don't go through any sort of like radical change, or they're like not advancing spiritually or in their career or anything like that. And it's because people are just uncomfortable to make a change. Like, we as humans love our comfort bubble, comfort zone. We love our comfort zone. Once we've like subconsciously even recognize what a comfort zone is, we want to stay in that because that's comfortable and that's easy and it's just free flowing from there. But I think what we don't actually realize this does is completely prevents us from making any sort of like progress. Like, you can't really progress if you're in this comfort bubble. A lot of people don't want to progress. A lot of people just like, it depends what you look at as like being successful in life. If you want to progress mentally and physically and spiritually and like grow in that element and not really care about the superficial like careers and like going up, climbing the ladder and stuff like that, and that's not your priority, then you're gonna have to go through some uncomfortable spiritual growth. You're gonna have to push yourself in other elements, whereas some people do just enjoy living in their comfort zone and just progressing in career and slowly climbing up the ladder, even though it is all very confined. Anyways, what I'm actually going to talk about is how you grow, and that is, I don't know, I feel like everybody's heard this and it's so self-explanatory, but I don't know, just people need to hear it. It's just making change. Like, you have to put yourself outside your comfort zone. You have to be like, right, I need to make a difference now, because if you keep repeating the same behaviours, you're going to get the same outcomes. Do you know what I mean? So it's reaching that point where you're like, I'm going to make a big radical change, and not being scared to make that change as well, because by making this change, changing a behaviour, a pattern, learning something new, doing something new, going to a new place, by doing this thing and taking that step, you have to be prepared for the outcome to change the course of your life. And like, that's what people are kind of frightened to do, because it means it kind of leaves you in the unknown, and it kind of leaves you like uncomfortable, and it's kind of like a guessing game, and it's like spontaneous, and it's like, well, you just have to have this mentality of like, whatever's meant for me will just happen. Do you know what I mean? I'm a big planner, and I plan my days to a T. Actually, not so much anymore. I'm actually pretty good now, but I like having a guideline and something to follow and something to reassure me that I'm doing the right things and on the right path. But what I've kind of realised recently is that there is no like right path. You know, what you resonate with might change from one day to the next, and you just need to be so in tune with yourself. Why am I waffling so much? So in tune with yourself that you can just follow this like intuition and this inner or divine guide and let things happen. Do you know what I mean? I never thought I'd end up in this position that I'm in today. Like, I never ever thought that I'd actually want to settle down in Thailand and live there, even if it's just for the foreseeable future. I didn't think that was on my plan. I wanted to be, well, as of like quite recently, I wanted to be a coach and working in a gym in the UK and traveling occasionally, and things just changed so much. And I mean, I was very much like in my masculine and like in my grind and career, kind of like I wanted to exceed in that, even though I kind of knew it didn't feel too right. I wanted to exceed in that, but also have the freedom to make my own choices. But by going down this path and being open to new opportunities, ideas, people and everything, I've literally gone on the other end of the spectrum, and I'm about to settle down in Thailand and do a yoga course for no reason, not even to be a yoga instructor, just to do the course and experience that. And yeah, I don't know how to explain it, okay? Everything's just different now. Everything's just different when you have this mentality shift. And like I said, not everybody wants this, but I'm kind of saying it for like people that they've acknowledged that they're unhappy with their life, but they're still scared to make a change. That is what leads to depression. that is what leads to like these mental health issues that you just feel so stuck in and that you can't do anything about, and you're taking prescriptions for that don't fucking help. I'll be honest, it all comes from within, and making the steps yourself, and like stop relying on other people to, I mean, prescribe you shit and what's the word, diagnose you with shit, and like, yeah, just stop seeking elsewhere for like all of your, I've lost my train of thought now. Stop seeking elsewhere for solutions. Look inwards for a solution. Like, that's what you need. And then once you just tune in with yourself, then you figure shit out. Anyway, I've been ranting for quite a while, so I'm gonna go to work. But yeah, I feel like I waffled a lot in this one. I'll see you tomorrow.